Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was the first episode of season 2. It was how Neelam goes to bring Lakshmi back home, but unfortunately Lakshmi has gone out to look for a job. So let's continue from there. While Lakshmi is looking for a job, an old man fainted and Lakshmi and other oldies take the old man to the hospital. Darshan asks the old man to give him his credit card because he might die soon. Another guy asks him to sell his diamond ring. Lakshmi scolded them for joking about the man, and Lakshmi get an interview call, but she couldn't answer. A boy falls down from the hospital bed. Lakshmi helps the doctor shift the boy to the patient. She engages the boy in talks while the doctor treats him. Darshan tells his friend that Lakshmi left her interview number 6. Neelam asks Bani that where is Lakshmi, and Bani says that Lakshmi has gone out. Rano tells Neelam that Lakshmi did wrong. I tried to make her understand, but she did not listen to me. Neelam asks that why didn't you send Lakshmi home? Rano says I tried to take Lakshmi to you. Neelam says I thought Lakshmi has good values, but she is proving me wrong. Neelam says who leaves their house just because of a small misunderstanding. Shalu asks Neelam that misunderstanding and tells her that they are middle class people and they make relationship with art. Shalu asks Neelam that why are you talking about Lakshmi's values and says Rishi did wrong to try to get married to Malishka when he is already married to Lakshmi. Neelam asks Shalu not to take Rishi's name. Shalu says I am telling the truth and says whatever Rishi did is wrong and his values should be questioned and not of Lakshmi. Shalu says to Neelam that a daughter makes new relationship after marriage, but they don't end old relationships. She says my aunt did right by coming here because fake people don't stay here. Shalu says to Neelam that you said right, that values are like jewelry, and that is why brother-in-law is roaming freely, because if my sister had complained about him, then he would be inside the lockup. Neelam scolded Shalu to keep quiet, and Shalu says I am sorry if you felt bad. Neelam says to Shalu that I did not accept your apology. Rano says I would inform Lakshmi that you came, and she tells Neelam that Lakshmi went to search for a job. Neelam says Lakshmi will ruin our name, and she tells Rano that if she wants to get their remaining daughters married without any problem, then she should ask Lakshmi to come to her in-laws' house silently, and a neighbor hears Neelam. Lakshmi drops her fowl. Darshan helps her pick it up and says you are stuck here and you left the interview. The doctor comes there and says that the old man had acidity attack. Darshan says this is the 3rd time, and Lakshmi says that this is why it is good to be checked by the doctor regularly. Amar comes out and asks Darshan to have chips. Lakshmi asks him not to eat it. Darshan says you will get scolded by BG. Lakshmi writes an healthy food items on the papers and she gives it to Darshan. She says I need to go and she leaves, and she attends to an interview call and comes to know that they have given the job to someone else. Darshan comes to Lakshmi and says he has vacancy for her. Lakshmi says she has no experience. Darshan says even I don't have any experience when I started the work. Lakshmi asks what should I do? Amar says Darshan has a jewelry store. Darshan asks Lakshmi to handle sales and asks her not to scold anyone. They laugh and Lakshmi thanks Darshan. Rano says that what if Lakshmi doesn't get any job then? Neha says if it was easy to get a job, then all my friends would have gotten a job. Lakshmi returns home. Pritam and Shalu ask if she got the job. Lakshmi says she got a job of 15,000 rupees, and Pritam, Shalu and Bani get happy. Pritam says to Lakshmi that you made me proud and also your parent, and says they would have been happy seeing you standing on your feet. He says I will bring sweet. Shalu stops him and says she will make alpha, and Pritam says that we would add sugar in it. Rano says even we would also get 8,000 out of the money, and she reminds Lakshmi. Neha says how did Lakshmi get the job? Rano says we will get millions of rupees. She says she will get alimony for the divorce from the Oberois, and she asks her to just wait and watch. Sonia tells Karishma that mom is not picking the call. Neelam comes there and asks about Rishi. Karishma says Rishi did not come home. Neelam asks for her phone. Rishi comes there and Neelam shows her worries for Rishi. Karishma tells Neelam that she feels that the priest lies to them just to fetch money for himself. She says Malishka had told them earlier that she had saved Rishi that day from the storm, and Neelam tells them that Malishka only lied to them. Malishka thinks that why has Rishi not come till now? Kiran asks if Malishka is feeling insecure. Malishka says no and tells Kiran that she is feeling guilty because she lied that she saved Rishi's life, but it was Lakshmi that saved Rishi. Kiran tells Malishka not to forget that Rishi has bad luck. Malishka says it is just an accident and says there is nothing like bad luck in real life. At the Oberois house, Rishi says I am fine and I am standing in front of you, even though the bad luck is heavy for me today. Rishi asks Neelam to relax because all these bad luck things are not true. Neelam tells Rishi that they are true and Lakshmi have to come back home. Rishi recalls Malishka's words and he tells Neelam that he needs to go somewhere, but Neelam refused and says he will not go anywhere. Lakshmi looks at her parents' picture and recalls her father's words. She says, I will take care of my sisters. She says, I will not let Shalu and Bani broken, and I will never express my pain in front of them. She says, even I will not get hurt. Shalu brings awa and makes Lakshmi eat it. Bani also makes her have the awa and says, today, Neelam auntie came here. Shalu says she came to scold you and take you home. She says she feels that you have done wrong. Lakshmi tells her sisters that mommy is upset because I didn't agree to her sayings and I haven't stayed in that house. She says I want both my sisters to move forward forgetting all of this. She says we will not talk about Rishi and others again, and they all have a hug. Rishi tells Neelam that Lakshmi will not return into this house and says we don't need Lakshmi. Neelam says we need Lakshmi. Rishi says we don't need her. Neelam asks Rishi to stop saying this, and Rishi says that everyone should stop living with the thought of his death. Rishi says to Neelam that we have to stop thinking about bad luck and forget about whatever the priest says. Neelam says whatever the priest told us until now came true and says Lakshmi has saved you. Rishi asks what about today? He says nothing has happened to me today, even with the iron, and says the priest's words haven't come true because Lakshmi is not with us today and Ayush hears them. Lakshmi tells her sisters that the alva will get cold and then it will not taste like before. She makes her sisters have the alva. Shalu then makes her have the alva too. Lakshmi smiles. Rano thanks someone and tells Neha that they have gotten a lawyer's number. Neha says to Rano that if Rishi had married me, then I would have been abroad and lived a lavish life. Rano says it is good that Lakshmi got married to Rishi and says that she would accuse Rishi of having extramarital affair and that he has tortured Lakshmi, and for this, she will get a big amount from the Oberois and Lakshmi and Rishi will not meet and will get millions. Rishi thinks of Lakshmi's words and picks the wet cloth from the bed. Lakshmi tries to sleep with her sisters. Rishi also tries to sleep and he gets flashes of Lakshmi. He closes his eyes but he couldn't sleep. Lakshmi also couldn't sleep and she thinks of Rishi. Rishi gets up and thinks that he is not that bad. He tries to call Lakshmi, but just then, Malishka's call comes on his phone. Malishka says, I was waiting for you, but you did not come. Rishi says mom was stressed. We will meet tomorrow. Malishka says okay and tells him that she was missing him and she was thinking about him. Rishi says me too. Ayush comes there and asks Rishi if he has spare phone because his phone fell down and the screen broke. Rishi gives his phone. Ayush calls Lakshmi. Lakshmi sees Rishi's call and she doesn't pick the call. Ayush returns the phone to Rishi. Rishi says I have ordered new phone for you and Ayush thanks him. Ayush asks Rishi that did you talk to her? Rishi asks with whom? Ayush says nothing. Lakshmi thinks that she should not think about Rishi and she tries to sleep. Shalu asks Lakshmi if she did not sleep all night and she cried all night. Shalu tells Lakshmi that it was over and she asks if she is God to stop herself from crying and she asks her to cry and vent out her pain. She asks her to give her some time to come out of the trauma. Lakshmi says aunt is not like I thought and says she tried to send me there. I don't know what she can do with you both. Shalu asks Lakshmi to give herself 2 days and she will forget her pains. Lakshmi says if I stay busy, then I will not miss Rishi. Rishi searches for his phone and he recalls Lakshmi asking him to check where he has kept his phone. He opens the cupboard. Just then, his phone rings and it is on the drawing table. Malishka calls Rishi and asks him to meet her. Rishi thinks that he is feeling good and not guilty. He is happy and all the family will be family. He thinks of Lakshmi again saying his hair and he recalls Lakshmi setting his hair. He thinks to change the room so that he will not get Lakshmi's thoughts, and this is the first day without Lakshmi. Lakshmi says, today is my first day without Rishi and also the first day at work. Rano is about to take tea. Bani says, I have made the tea for Lakshmi because you were sleeping. Lakshmi says, I forgot to take the jewelry store address. Shalu tries to feed Lakshmi food and Lakshmi calls the jewelry shop. A lady takes the call and asks Lakshmi not to come because she did not get the job. Lakshmi says, I talked to Darshan. The lady says Darshan is habitual to giving job in charity, but we have no vacancy. Lakshmi says, I need job, but the lady ends the call. Rano comes there and takes the paratha plate from Shalu's hand. She says Lakshmi has bad luck in her life and says that she will not change her words and she wants 8,000 rupees, else she will throw her and her sister out of the house. Lakshmi says to Rano that I will not change my words. If I promise to give you rent, then I will give you. She says she has trust on herself because the matter is about her sisters. Neelam asks Rishi that where is he going to? Rishi says I cannot leave being scared and he asks Neelam not to be scared too. Rishi says to Neelam that I don't believe on bad luck and horoscopes. Neelam says you are saying this due to Lakshmi and says Lakshmi did a big mistake by making a mountain out of nothing. Rishi says it is not Lakshmi's mistake. If Lakshmi doesn't want to come here, then I cannot force her to come home. Ayush thinks that when I tell Rishi that you are wrong, you say Lakshmi is wrong. But when someone blames Lakshmi, then you take Lakshmi's side and says you are deeply in love with Lakshmi. Lakshmi tells Rano that she will trust her and Matarani. She says this Mumbai and the dreams get fulfilled here. She says we will see the dreams and fulfill it too. She says everything will be fine. Rano says I feel bad for you and she asks Lakshmi to do whatever she wants, but she should not be sad. She pretends to have teary eyes and she goes. Lakshmi says I will go for another interview today. Shalu says to Lakshmi that father was not wrong. You are the girl on whom everyone should be proud of and says you are broken, but you are handling yourself well and you are also handling us. Shalu feels proud and she hugs her sister. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, share it, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.